frog had pockets. He would carry a knife, stab the snake before he ate it.
So look, like I was saying, I got a goddamn half an ounce of pure uncut, no sleep. You know what I mean? And she just gonna be up. Bitch ain't even gonna be sleep. You just walk right up.
Hey, what a piano at, shout it. Yeah. Y'all ain't never seen a boy play the piano and rap at the same time. Let me show you something. Bop left and right like this. Did this.
My name is Xavier Levante Fluid. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. I was raised primarily by my grandparents during the first half of my life, maybe until I was about 12 or 13 years old. And then the rest of the way I was raised by my mother during most of my teenage years. It's actually a funny story, because I was actually born in Macon, Georgia. My mother was away at college at Fort Valley State University when she was in her Calculus 1 class and went into labor. That's the reason I was born in Macon, Georgia. Shortly after, I was driven back to 2205 Warren Court, Decatur, Georgia, where I stayed with my grandparents for about the first half of my life, maybe up until I was about 12 or 13. And then I moved in with my mother and stayed with her the rest of my teenage years until it was time for me to go to college. Which ones? It doesn't matter. I mean, baseball is probably I love it more than anything else in life. Baseball is the best sport you could ever ask for. So are you gonna actually ask me the question?
If you want me to.
I prefer to. Oh yeah, my granddad loves sports. He loves all sports. So he played most of them himself. So when I was growing up, maybe when I was about 4 years old, the first sport I played was baseball. He was the first one to put a bat into my hands, and I can't remember personally, but I would say from that moment on, I just fell in love. I played baseball since I was 4, and I'm 22 now, so 18 years of baseball, non-stop, never missed a year, never won a consecutive year without playing baseball. So for one, that's a blessing. Two, it's a passion. So I really love doing it. I hope it stays in my life for the rest of my life. And I want to thank my granddad for instilling that passion in me, giving me the opportunity to play baseball. When I was about 4 years old, my granddad, one of those big yellow plastic bats that you buy at the grocery store, like Kroger or something like that, he picked up one of those bats. It looked kind of like this one right here. He picked up one, put it in my hands, and I remember him taking my hands and placing them in the right direction, telling me to hold them behind my head, and just going to stand in front of me, tossing the ball up and telling me to swing. And from that moment on, it was love at first sight. Tragic day, sickening day. I had been working out for about a month. I can say I was probably in the best shape of my life. I had worked out the previous summer. I was better about my fitness. I was dropping my weight, toning my body. And part of this was I would go to the YMCA and play basketball with my teammate Jason Davis. I would go to the YMCA and play basketball every day before we lifted weights. And we would go run, play 3 or 4 games, depending on who we were winning or not, and then go lift our weights. This particular day, the NBA playoffs were on, so we were actually trying to catch the playoff game. So we had won maybe about 3 games in a row, and after the second game, We had actually decided we were going to leave after the second game, but we won so easily, we decided why not just play one more game. So during the course of that game, I'm kind of known for talking trash, but during the course of that game, I was talking trash to a kid, and he was getting angry. We were winning. I was playing very nonchalantly, so I guess that kind of angered him. And I was on a fast break to do a layup, and I can't do left-hand layups, but I was on the left side to do a left-hand layup with my right hand, and he pushed me in my back as I was descending to the ground. And as my right leg hit the ground, my knee hyperextended and dislocated. So my knee was sitting in the back of my leg, if you can picture that. It's pretty bad. I sat there and screamed in pain for a few minutes. And initially I wasn't screaming in pain, I was screaming because I could look at my knee and one, not move it, two, tell something was immediately wrong. So I just sat there and yelled for a few minutes, and then the pain kicked in. I yelled some more. The ambulance came and picked me up, took me to the hospital. I had a great friend, Deshae Kidd, you might know her. She came to the hospital and sat with me for 24 hours. Won't let me forget it. But I really appreciate her for that. She's a special person. You dig? But anyways, yes, that injury was very tragic. It took maybe about 5 months of rehabbing and maybe 2 months of crying, but it was definitely a trying time. I thought, why me? A lot of times, when I was at such a great moment in life, I was doing so well, I was looking well, I was happy, and for something like that to happen really was a reality check, I guess you could say. Brought me back down to earth. But I bounced back. I made it back in time for the season. One thing I can say is when I initially injured myself, I went to the emergency room and the doctors looked at my MRI, and one of the doctors came back in and he told me I basically tore everything in my knee and that I more than likely would not play the season, not be able to play the next season, and that I pretty much had torn every ligament in my knee. So of course when he told me this, I was sick as a dog. I didn't know how I would make it to the next day, but with the help of my family and friends, it definitely helped me get through it. After more MRIs, it was shown that the damage was nowhere near as bad as it could have been, nowhere near as bad as it was thought to have been. But I rehabbed very hard, I stayed on track, and I pushed and made it to the next season, started the entire season, went on to win my second Defensive Player of the Year award consecutively, and had a great season. My final season at Morehouse. It's been a trying 3 years. We just received a new coach who brings in a lot of resources. He played Major League Baseball for about 10 years, so he definitely knows the game. I'm learning a lot of things from him. I wish we had him a little earlier, but it didn't work out that way. I'm definitely going to use him as much as I can, though, now that we do have him. We have a talented group of freshmen, a talented group of seniors that all came in together. So we're definitely looking to have them support us and have them work with their supporting roles and help us to hopefully make the playoffs and hopefully win a championship.
Get out of here, Mom.
And I'm about to go nuts. I mean, berserk. Doc, I'm telling you, I'm finna go crazy.
What a piano at, shout it. Yeah. Y'all ain't never seen it. Boy, play the piano and rap at the same time. Have you? Bop to left and right like this. I'm 22 and a vet in the game. Say I'm a super cool, still a threat at the same time. Rhyme about the times I invested in the pleasure and pain. Every aspect of the game.